What's up, everyone? You may notice that I look just a little bit different in this video. I'm currently in the process of rearranging my office/studio workspace, hopefully bringing you better audio and video quality in my upcoming videos. That said, the room is a bit of a mess, so this is the last time you're going to see the old setup, making this video something of a memorial. But enough about all of that, let's talk about Gundam. Last time I introduced the class system in this Mobile Suit Gundam adaptation of Dungeons & Dragons 5e rules. Today I want to explore campaign settings because if you follow along with me and decide to try playing using these rules but you're not a big old UC fanboy like I am, I want you to have the freedom to explore alternative rules and settings for other Gundam series. Much like campaign settings in D&D, each campaign setting gives your characters more class and faction options, and generally more player customization options and items overall. This is pretty topical too, because Wizards of the Coast just had a soft release of 2 more campaign settings, including my personal favorite and the D&D campaign setting that I originally started playing with, the Arcanapunk Noir Eberron. I'll put links in the description below in case you're interested and haven't bought them yet. Now, I'll admit up front that I haven't actually written all of these campaign settings yet. This is more of just a discussion about them. But if there is interest once we finish writing all of the core rules for the Universal Century, then I would happily prepare proper campaign setting rules for all of the following campaign settings. But I gotta say, I don't think I'm properly dressed for the occasion. There we go, that's a lot better. So let's hop right in, shall we? Starting with 0079, this is the standard player's guide, and I guess you could say it's like the Forgotten Realms core material plane of our Mobile Suit Gundam role-playing game. Just like the original show, it is set in the Universal Century of 0079 during the One-Year War. It sets all of the rules which the other campaign settings will undoubtedly break. I'll explain more on that later. And I would say that the tone of this campaign setting is in keeping with Tomino's original vision of realism and war drama. Now, it's no secret that Zeta Gundam is far and away my favorite Gundam and, dare I say, favorite anime series. The Grips conflict takes place in Universal Century 0087, so while it's still the same universe, there are some stark differences in the factions and technology available for characters to choose from. Zeta Gundam introduced things like the biosensor and transforming mobile suits, opening a wealth of character options even for characters created in 0079. You could even use these as prestige classes. The series was once described as a space opera on an anime review website that I looked at, and I can't think of a better description. The tone of this setting is much darker and emotionally charged than the 0079 setting. It's a great place for compelling drama and romantic character interactions. Only 90s kids will remember. For a lot of us in the West, Gundam Wing was our first Gundam, and it still holds a place in my heart despite the cringy edginess and sometimes nebulous story. This campaign setting is named after the original mission that brought the Gundam boys to Earth. One advantage of this setting is that you have lots of Gundams and combat types to choose from. And it's kind of like D&D 4e, where the presumption is that the player characters are heroic and superior to the average foot soldier, like a superhero. The appeal of this campaign setting is strict adherence to the rule of cool. You know, like cutting a space station in half with a sword. Because that happens. Hashtag Zex was right. Axis. The theme of this campaign setting is the only one equipped for slapstick comedy. Double Zeta Gundam was a far cry from all of the other series thematically, named for the focal location of the series and the home of Neo Zeon, Axis. The setting is in the Universal Century 0088. There are some pretty random things in this series, from the abandoned pseudo-religious colony of Moon Moon to an army of psychic clones. All bets are off. That's not to say that you can't have funhouse dungeons and comedy in the other campaign settings, but this one lends itself nicely to that theme, and low-stakes scenarios are definitely welcome here. Laplace's Box. This is surely a fan-favorite campaign setting like Greyhawk or Ravenloft in D&D, and it's based on the setting of Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. This setting is back in the Universal Century in the year 0096, and it's named after the mysterious object pursued by all of the various factions throughout the series. You should expect lots of exotic mobile suits and fantastical character options. The series' focus on new types lends itself towards sort of a high fantasy setting where magic is commonplace. The Iron Flower campaign setting. Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans is the latest Gundam series to introduce a new universe, and one that I really enjoyed initially. The name Iron Flower is taken from the name of the group of heroes, Tekkadan, or the Iron Flower Brigade. This series portrays the dark reality of crime and child soldiers within the context of the Gundam universe, while juxtaposing moments of tenderness with poignant political commentary and hard-hitting death scenes in a way that only Pixar could manage. With that in mind, Iron Flower stories are likely to be dark and cynical like a Game of Thrones episode or The Walking Dead. You should always expect the worst. The Dark History campaign setting. Probably the most expansive and inclusive campaign setting in terms of what types of mobile suits and classes you can choose from, the Dark History is set in the correct century of Turn A Gundam. The series itself was written as a way of uniting all of the universes of Gundam into one correct timeline, a sad history of cataclysm and rebirth over and over infinitely throughout time. The theme of this campaign setting could be exploration or rediscovery, because two of the major factions, both of them being Moonrace, are really rediscovering the Earth, uncovering the history of every other Gundam series, which opens up the option to use mobile suits and options from every other campaign setting. So that's it for our discussion of campaign settings in the Mobile Suit Gundam role-playing game. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and let me know what you think of this video format. If you prefer looking at animations instead of my ugly face, I am happy to continue pursuing that. Until then, I will catch you guys next time. Hey guys, if you like that video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you really like the video, check out my merch available on Society 6 and DM's Guild. Links below in the description. New products added every week. Thanks. Catch you later.